Hey everybody, welcome back to Murfreesboro.com podcast. We appreciate you tuning in. As always, today we have a wonderful guest, Mr. Kelly Rollins, who is the president of right here behind me, the Rutherford and Cannon County, right? Community Foundation. And for those of you who don't know about the Community Foundation, well, I'll just say this, we'll get into it, but it's a wonderful thing that you guys, I like to say you kind of run behind the scenes of a lot of things that are going on that people don't know about. And so we wanted to kind of bring that to the forefront today, if that's all right with you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh yeah, and you also have a wonderful event coming up, which we'll get to that as well. But before all of that, let's talk about you, if that's all right.
Let's do it.
So you are the president of the foundation.
I
correct?
am. I've been serving now, I guess, for over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve Flatt was our original president and the individual that spearheaded the foundation to get started here.
Mm-hmm.
And after he fulfilled the position for 3 or 4 years, I was elected by my peers to fill his shoes. So here I am.
There you go. So for those that are watching and listening that don't know, so what is the Community Foundation? What do you do exactly?
Really simply put, we raise money through philanthropic efforts. We raise money, we endow money, and we give money back to nonprofits of Rutherford and Cannon County. It's really that simple.
That's it. 30,000 views, real simple. Awesome. So how long have y'all been around? Been in operation?
We started in 2017.
Okay.
And of course we had to go through the pandemic.
Oh, of course.
And that we didn't get much done then, but I would say we did give away money during the pandemic, but we just weren't able to get out in the community and raise the amount of funds we'd like to have. But that's just the world we live in, and we're back and stronger than ever now. So
Nice. All right. Now, I'm curious, what was I like to call them the light bulb moment. Do you know that spurred this whole thing? Like, who started it here in Rutherford County? Is it a branch off the Nashville one?
it is. It's an affiliate of Middle Tennessee,
Okay.
Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee. Steve Flatt, which is also the local CEO of National Healthcare Corporation, was on the board of the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee, and saw the need to start an affiliate foundation here. And he rounded up, at the time, it was originally going to be about 18 folks giving a certain amount of money to establish an endowment or a savings account here in
Okay.
Rutherford
All right.
County. And it wound up being about 30 individuals or couples that donated to the original corpus of funds. And we had 3 local corporate donors, NHC, NHI, and Pinnacle Financial
Oh, those
Partners.
are some good partners to have right there.
34 of us were able to come together and start with a corpus of just under $400,000.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow.
So
Okay.
we've done a lot of work in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
But when I joined this, John, it's about really what the foundation can do long after we're gone. And it can have community foundations are not anything new. They've been around for years, but through time they can have a tremendous impact on giving back to the nonprofits, and really the nonprofits that need us the most are the ones that we focus on. And the money's distributed annually through what we have is a discretionary grant process. So
Okay.
the grants are submitted. We have an allocations committee that goes through those grants, and then we allocate as we deem necessary.
Okay. I got you. Very cool. So do you know offhand how many nonprofits y'all have helped out?
Over 50.
Oh my gosh.
To date.
Okay.
So we're
That's
very
wonderful.
proud of what we've done in a very short period of time, but
I'd
there's
say
a lot
so.
of work that still needs to be done, because as great a community as we live in, and as great as our nonprofits are run here in town, I've never heard one of them say they had enough money. There's always additional resources that they're needing to fulfill their mission.
Yeah. What's the process like if there was another nonprofit out there that could use a little help? Do they apply on the website, or how does that work exactly?
Our discretionary grant process, which opens typically mid-year, we are making some adjustments out there. So if you're listening, you can go to our website. We are going to make some adjustments when that window
Okay.
is going to open. But once the window opens, let's just say it's June 1, usually give 30 to 45 days for a nonprofit to apply
Okay.
through the website, download the packet, and they complete it and they submit it back to us. And then upon submission and the deadline date, we pull them all in and and go through them and distribute as we deem necessary. But it's, I guess what I would say is we're really trying to focus on the nonprofits that were founded here and are solely funded by the community.
Okay.
It's we have given and we will continue to give to some of the organizations that have state or federal type funding, but many of the local smaller nonprofits do not have access to a lot of the funds that a national nonprofit organization would have.
I got you. Maybe we can do a whole nother episode on that, because I know there's tons of them around here, and we've worked with them. And Miss Trolla back there off camera, thanks for helping us out here, but has brought attention to. I mean, there's so many local ones. I mean, and they do such wonderful things in the community. We could do a whole nother episode on that. So, but you guys, so the nonprofits that you help with, and you guys do events as well, right?
Well, we
Kinda
have
jumping forward,
gotten into the event business. Our focus when we started was just raising money through individuals to add to our corpus, building that corpus over time, that community savings account. And Internal Revenue Code says a foundation has to give back at least 5%.
Okay.
And there's a formula. I won't get into it. It's kind of convoluted. I'm not sure if I can do a really good job explaining what the Internal Revenue Service says we have to do.
Right.
But the rule of thumb is a foundation with an established endowment has to give back at least 5% of their previous year's average daily balance.
Okay. All right.
So, with that being said, I'm very proud to say we've given back over 30% since our inception.
That's wonderful. Heck
So,
yeah.
with every dollar we've taken in, we've given it at least 30% of that back out to the community, because the need is now.
Yeah.
I mean, even though our goal is to build our endowment to millions of dollars through time,
Yeah.
it's also, we don't want to store our treasures when so many folks are needing it now.
Oh, yeah,
So there's
absolutely.
a balance of what we're trying to do, what we keep to build on versus what's needed in the community now.
I got you. All right. Well, speaking of now, you have your rodeo coming up.
We do have a rodeo.
Yeah.
When I joined this organization, I was really not wanting to be a part of. I asked the question, are we going to do fundraisers?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was answered yes or no, but nonetheless, I think it's an opportunity that first brought to my attention. I wasn't sure if we wanted to do the rodeo. We work with no administrative staff.
Okay.
Our board of directors is our administrative staff. So
Oh gosh. All right.
the daunting task of pulling off a rodeo to me seemed like it was going to take a lot of energy from our board of directors that we may not have. Our board of directors, working, and it was just a lot to I think really go to our board and say, hey, we're going to host a rodeo. But we decided to do it, and I'm glad we did. I hadn't been to a rodeo since I was a young boy growing up in Shelbyville, but it's been the right thing to do. It's allowed us to, through a lot of hard work, raise additional dollars that we can give back. So is the juice worth the squeeze on this rodeo? I absolutely believe it is. And it's for our part, we contract for everything inside the rails.
Okay. Gotcha.
But it's like a prize fight.
Yeah.
We're the promoter.
Yep. I got
So
you.
we're promoting everything that goes on inside the rink, and that allows us to really expand our brand here in a growing community.
I got you. Well, I went to the one last year, and I mean, I was expecting a pretty good turnout, but I walked in, I was like, oh my goodness, like that's quite a few people turn out for that. There's how many thousands in there? I can only imagine. So.
Holds right, I think 4,600.
Yeah.
We'll nearly fill it up both nights. Our first year on Saturday night, we sold standing room only.
Oh, did you? Dang.
tickets.
Okay.
The weather was a lot better that year. This past year on Friday, especially we had a little storm that rolled through, and we think that impacted our attendance on Friday night. But it's just, I tell you what I love about the rodeo is standing at the front door and watching families, mom and dad with children in tow, coming through the doors. It's a fun-filled, wholesome family event for our community. And I mean, I just believe it's it's one of the best values and one of the most fun things you can do with your children that's available to us today.
Yeah. And this year it's what, the end of February, right?
Well, yeah, we've claimed the first weekend in March.
All right.
However, the first weekend in March has February 28th
Yep, there you go.
this year. So it's February the 28th, March 1st, Friday and Saturday night, Tennessee Miller Coliseum. And we're expecting a big crowd. Right now we have 18 food vendors, food truck vendors.
Oh, my goodness.
People
Okay.
love food trucks.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
And we've got a really nice lineup of food trucks. Slick Pig Barbecue, Texas Twister right at the top, two of the community favorites.
Oh, yeah.
8 non-food vendors. So there
Okay.
would be anything from custom purses to permanent bracelets
Yeah.
and those type things. So
Okay.
just it's really important. I try when we book vendors, we try not to book any.
Okay.
It really comes down to not too many with same like products. We don't need 5 people selling kettle corn.
Yeah, I got you.
So, and for the most part, with the exception of 3 or 4, we've got all the vendors that were on board last year back with us this year.
Nice. Are there openings for more if anybody wanted to come in?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
You know, space is limited around the corridor
Yes.
of the Coliseum,
Yeah.
so we have to stay in compliance with the fire marshal and the flow
Gotcha.
of foot traffic.
Yeah.
And we feel right now we've got probably an optimum amount.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. Oh, do you know how much are tickets off the top of your head? Do you know?
Tickets are $25. That's $27.50 with fees and everything.
Okay.
And that's for adults.
Okay.
Teens and adults. From 7 to 12, a ticket is $11.50
Okay.
with applicable fees, and 6 and under is free.
All right. There you go. Yeah. Like you said, bring out the whole family. That's awesome. Very cool. So it's coming up February 28th, you said March 1st. Where can people get the tickets?
All right. So what we encourage everyone to do is to purchase the tickets in advance. If you wait to you arrive at the event, the box office, there will be an additional charge at the box office. We're only doing that to encourage everyone to purchase the tickets prior to arriving.
I got you.
And it's just more convenient for them to already have their ticket in hand and to hit our entrances and get in there and start, shopping at our food vendors and, doing what they want to do once they arrive at the event before the actual program starts. But it's really best to purchase them online prior. Now, CF, Charlie Frank, RC, what's that? There's let's see, you got Charlie Frank, Romeo, Charlie.
Romeo, there you go.
CFRCRodeo.com,
All right.
CFRCRodeo.com. Or you can get to the same spot by going to CFRutherford.org. So
There we go.
go to CFRCRodeo.com. There'll be a link on there, and you can pick which night you want to attend and pay by credit card, and you can either print your tickets off, have them in hand, or you can download them electronically to your smart device.
Oh, nice. Okay. I love when they do that and you just go, boop.
I do
That's
too.
nice. Awesome. Now, do you, is it like one size fits all on the tickets, or do you have like VIP sections or anything like that? Or?
We do have a VIP section. Unfortunately, we're not selling those to the public. We may in the future events. We did talk about it a little bit this year, but the VIP room is really reserved for our sponsors that have just really given this event a huge lift. This year, my sister-in-law, Della Rollins, or Rollins Excavating, they're our presenting sponsor. So really glad to see my be a part and my family step up and be the presenting sponsor. This is the first year we've had a $20,000 sponsor.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
So very, very appreciative of the hardworking folks over at Rollins Excavating.
All right.
NHC, once again, one of the top sponsors. We mentioned Swanson earlier before the podcast started.
Yeah.
The Swanson family's been on board and have served as our presenting sponsors for our inaugural event as well as our second annual. They're still a large sponsor this year, but this was the first year we had sold the $20,000 sponsorship. So that was a great
That's
great thing
fantastic.
for us to
I love
fulfill.
that. Well, and this is what, the third one, the rodeo?
This is our third annual.
Yeah.
And it seems like we just started yesterday.
Right.
But
Well,
it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's really, I think, done several things for the community foundation here in Rutherford County.
oh yeah. Well, the more you do and the longer it goes, the bigger it gets. I mean, those sponsors are going to keep coming. So I know you said first year of the 20,000. I'm sure it won't be the last. So that's fantastic that people are getting
We
involved
are
at that
needing
level.
some additional sponsors there. We've got
Okay.
some, I think some of the best sponsorships, best bang for your buck, the chuck wagon races. We've still got two. We've still got two chuck wagon race sponsorships.
I love
open.
those.
And it's going to kill me to not sell those two last sponsorships. So as I was driving here today, I'm looking left and right at businesses that I can possibly just pull in and solicit after this.
Yeah.
We've actually 47 sponsorships. We've sold all but 9.
Holy cow.
And 2 of them
Okay.
are chuck wagon
The chuck
sponsorships,
wagon.
and they're in our lower tier of sponsorships too. So if anybody's out there today, we'd love to have you on board. And our goal is to give you the best return for your brand that we can possibly give you, and that's on all of our marketing materials, VIP magazine, VIP Murfreesboro magazine, ads, scrolling marquee on our website, which we'll get 35,000. We already had 27,000 in the last 30 days, and I think we'll
very
probably
cool.
get another 30 plus 35,000 hits
Yeah.
in the next, I guess, 25 days
Yeah.
here. But Facebook post, Instagram post, the whole round. We're trying to just do our best to give as much brand exposure to our sponsors that we can possibly. We want to be the best in town at everything we do.
Yeah.
And that's a big statement.
I love it.
Nonprofits here in this town do a really, really good job of hosting events and raising money, but we want to be the best.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list of them on here on your website, and there goes Smyrna Ready Mix. There's Rollins, Reeve Sane. I mean, these are all, yes, great companies, great way to advertise your business. So they only need 7 more, folks. That's it.
It is. And the folks we contract with, Lone Star Rodeo out of Kentucky, they used to be a Tennessee company, but the interstate of 840 displaced them to Kentucky.
Oh, God.
But we contract with them to do everything inside the rink, and they just do an incredible job with the entertainment. So during the event, the announcer does just an incredible job of recognize everyone on that sponsorship matrix you're looking at there that we put in front of him before the event starts. And they just, Lone Star and the family, they've been doing it for this is their 76th year, third
Holy
generation.
moly. Okay. Dang.
And but we promote it as CFRC Rodeo. Lone Star, we contract with them, but we feel like it's our rodeo. CFRC Rodeo is what we brand it as, and we hire them to do everything.
Oh, it's your rodeo.
Yeah,
We're going
it's
with that.
our rodeo.
It's your rodeo. That's right. Now, I know it's a rodeo, and people general idea of what a rodeo is, but what can people expect in this one, the show? What do
A
they
lot
get?
of entertainment. Now, I will tell you that if you've been to Houston in big rodeos like that, hosted by PBR, our rodeo is a lot more relaxed. Our rodeo is really more about family entertainment. And an example of this, my grandsons were 5 and 3 our inaugural year, and they did not want to get out of their seat
Yeah.
the entire time. It's just that entertaining. And then they wanted to come back the next night.
Yeah.
And they sat in their seats again and didn't move. But it's just the clowns do a great job, and the competitors too. They're competing for prize money in a point system. So it's really just surprising to me that I get, I guess whatever the term is, I don't sit and watch things. Well, I've got to be up and moving most of the time.
It sucks you in. You get drawn
It
to
is.
it. Yeah.
It's that good. You just sit there and it's very, and just watch the horses, the cowboys, cowgirls on the horses, the roping and everything that they do, the barrel racing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's just wholesome entertainment. Is what it is.
Oh, it is. And little known facts people don't know. I actually used to do that when I was younger.
This would be one heck of promotion right here.
I'd fall on
Let's
my
get it
face
going
right now.
right now. You're going to ride a bull.
Oh my God, I think I was like 10 to 13 or something when I used to ride, and then we moved, so I stopped doing it. But at one point we were getting pretty good riding them. But man, that would be something. I'd fall right on my face. But no, it kind of took me back when I was watching, because I was lucky where I was last year when I was there. I was from more of a media standpoint. We were video and stuff. But where I was at, I was watching the horses come out and then bulls and all that other stuff. And I'm like, oh man. And I remember at one point I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be recording, because I was like sucked into watching it, So it was a lot of fun. And like you said, definitely a family event. I think a lot of people love it. So
It really is. I know my family has embraced it and enjoy it, and obviously with the role that I'm playing in it, they're behind it and supporting it 100%.
That's wonderful. Well, if you said you have 7 sponsors left, if somebody watching, listening wants to sponsor, how can they? Do they need to contact you directly or go through the website?
They can contact me directly. They can get on our website. The best thing to do is just go to our website, and we've got what I refer to as a simple 3-step process.
Okay.
Go to cfrutherford.org or the cfrcrodeo.com. And just navigate our website, and it'll take you right to it. You can't miss it. Go to the rodeo, drop down at the top.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's pretty intuitive. Yeah, it takes you just click on rodeo. There's the whole menu right there. All right, cool. Well, I'll make sure that we post this link as well, so people can get tickets and sponsorships. And so, can people get tickets all the way up to? I know you said that they can get them at the location, but online, can they get them up to the day of and everything?
They can. We'll be selling. Gosh, the last couple of years, well, only 2 years, but first year, we've had probably 20+% of our ticket sales have come from walk-ups at the box office.
Nice. Okay. Very cool.
And to avoid the lines, it's best to purchase them in advance, and you save a couple, $3 as well. So
yeah, definitely. All right, cool. Well, I really appreciate you coming on talking about the rodeo, and I would like to invite you back if you want, and we can go into more detail. I know we wanted to talk about the rodeo, but I want to talk more about the community foundation. But I know we're on a time crunch today, but like to invite you back if that's all right.
I would love to come back.
Talk more in detail about that.
Anytime I can talk about the community foundation and the great work we're doing here, and
all right,
the commitment our board of directors have made to, in a very short time, to accomplish what we've done. We're still working on getting our brand out there and exposing it better and bigger than we have in the past. So I'd be glad to come back, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say I appreciate you having me this morning.
Of course, this is fun.
I had no idea I was walking into a studio. This.
All the lights everywhere.
Very impressed, and
well, thank you very much.
Very honored to be here. So thank you.
For that means a lot. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. But yeah, I'll make sure to include all the links and everything for everybody out there. You want tickets, sponsorship? We'll make sure to direct you to the right place. And then I know we will be there for the rodeo, so I hope to see you there. We'll be out filming.
We've got a link on Facebook too. Yep. Go and follow us. We appreciate
I'll put that as well.
Instagram as well. Not on Twitter, but we need to be.
All right. Well, that's up next.
X, I guess.
Or X. Yeah, I still call it Twitter too. Yeah. There you go. But all right. Well, before we close up, anything else you want to say to people watching, listening?
Well, we just appreciate what the community has done for us in such a short period of time. Everything that we've accomplished has been through the philanthropic efforts of folks that live right here in Murfreesboro and Camden County, Rutherford County, Camden County. Very grateful. There's a lot of work that we still must do, and we're going just to continue to try to make sure that every dollar we take in gets to where it absolutely needs to go. And again, that's through our discretionary grant process. So, I guess the one question, I want to end in this.
Oh, sure.
The one question that we get all the time is, why would I give to the community foundation when I can give directly to the nonprofit of my choice? Well, we want you to continue doing that.
Yeah.
If there's an example from my wife and I, been very involved with the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to give directly to the Boys and Girls Club. Continue to do that. But also, if you've got a lot of nonprofits that you want to support but not sure, we have a vetting process that I'm very, very confident in. The fact that we're getting the money through our allocations committee, we're getting that money to where it's needed the most. Probably not a perfect system, but it is a darn good system to make sure those applying for grants are getting the money back. So nonprofits out there, please continue to support them directly as you wish. but also you got additional discretionary dollars that you want a vetting system to make sure that those monies, many go to maybe nonprofits you've never even heard of that are really needing the dollars. So trust our process to get it where it goes, and that's what we're in business to do.
There you go. And I will say I've heard a lot of people before where they, the community foundation, somebody, I want to help, I just don't know how. Well, you guys know how, and you work with over 50 nonprofits. So work with you guys to help out and get that money, like you said, directly where it needs to go to help out those in need. So I've heard that 1,000 times from people. I just don't know how or where to go. Well, there you go. There's your opportunity. So,
well, there's a lot of folks out there needing help, and it's just we could do more, and we're trying.
Okay, I do want to ask one more thing.
Yes.
So I have had the pleasure of seeing this in person, and I'm just curious. When you see the dollars go into effect directly right in front of you to help somebody, I mean, how does it make you feel? I'd turn into Niagara Falls. I can't help it. I'm a big baby.
Well, anyone that knows me knows my emotions can be all over the place, but that's just who I am. And it's sometimes in certain positions you're not. I'm not a frontline person. If you send me over to the Boys and Girls Clubs right now to work directly with the kids, I might do okay for 10 or 15 minutes, but that's just not my strong suit. It's really not. My job is more doing. You've got to know what your role is,
I get it.
and where your strengths are, and build on those strengths. But I'm just glad to serve in the capacity that I serve in for the Community Foundation and other nonprofits through the years, to be in a position where the good Lord really put me there to make a difference that fits my personality.
Yeah, I got you.
So, and that's the other thing too. If anyone's interested in joining our board, we'd be glad to talk to you. We also have a newly formed guild that has just really taken off big.
Yeah.
We actually now have more people on our guild than we do board of directors. We're up to 27 in our guild, and we run typically around 19 or 20 board of directors. But our guild is a Friends of the Community Foundation. I'm glad we kept talking, because
actually, no, let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's fine.
Folks, part of the guild would have really gotten on to me if I had not mentioned the guild.
We'll edit this and put this in the front part.
Please, please. But there's a lot of moving parts to what we're doing as a foundation. But our Friends of the Community Foundation, or our newly formed guild, as we refer to it as, it's really a way to engage. It's multifold.
Okay.
It gives our previous board members that want to move off our board when their term is up to our guild, and it allows them to stay involved without the full responsibilities that come along with serving on our board of directors.
Gotcha.
It also, the guild was formed for us to bring in a more diverse group of folks, different skill sets, those type things that would also create maybe a younger, generation too.
Yep.
We're about sustainability. I believe when I chose to get involved with the Community Foundation back during the inception of the Community Foundation, I really knew that the impact that we can do, a few of us that can do today, and we can be a part of during this time frame of life, will have a long-lasting effect after I'm gone, or other board members that's got a few years on them. This is about the long run. This is not about what we're doing now. It's about how sustainability of our organization and what it can do 50 years from now.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Awesome. Well, wonderful. Well, thanks for sharing that last part.
That
I'm
make
glad.
sense?
It did. I'm glad we kept going there for a little bit.
I did too. The guild may play the most important role in the future to anything we've done to date.
Yeah, you're bringing in the next generation to kind of take the reins.
And the folks that we brought together and has helped form this, it really took us over a year to have our inaugural kickoff meeting back in early December. But it's really taken off well, and it's got bigger and better days ahead of it.
I love it. That's wonderful, man. Y'all are doing some wonderful things over there. And again, thank you for agreeing to come back. So, because I really want to dive more into the community foundation. But I know we were talking about the rodeo, but I'd love to do that.
The
So,
rodeo
thank you.
is
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
is alive and well.
Oh, yeah, it
The
definitely is.
planning thereof.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's going to be it's shaping up to be our best year ever, and just saying prayer that the weather, wouldn't be too surprising to have some snowfall the first
Oh, right.
weekend
Yeah.
of March.
Right.
Let's pray that the good Lord, Mother Nature,
That's right.
blesses us with some blesses us.
right.
I don't know if blesses.
Bless. I like that.
us
Blesses us. That,
with some
we coined a
great-
new term. Bless.
Yeah, put that in the dictionary. But we're praying for great weather.
All right, cool. Well, again, thank you for coming by. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to put all the necessary links up, like I said, in the description, so people want to sponsor or buy tickets, whatever the case may be. They, right where to get that. And then, yeah, I guess we'll end it there. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for
All
having
right.
me.
And for everybody watching and listening, we appreciate it as always. We'll see you all in the next one.
Thank you.